Hello, it is I, Annie Noodle. Have I been replaced by a cat? No, I have not. My life is still fully controlled by them, though. So, what are you gonna do? If you're me, you're probably gonna sit there and watch while they try to rip apart all of your sewing patterns and make a giant mess. But, you do you. I make my own giant mess, clearly, apart from the cats, which is why I have such aesthetic shots set up for you guys. Anyway, hi. So, this week we are working on a Renaissance themed painting. And I was inspired to do this because, it's my coffee for the month that I made it in. But also, I have been doing some more Renaissance festivals, like tabling my art booth there. And I've been really, really liking it. And I think people have been really jiving with my work. Oh, yeah. I just had a tiny cat attach herself to me. So even while you cannot see, my life is controlled by cats. It's fine. It's a good life. It's just very catty. Yeah. So here is my process. I start with a little tiny sketch in the sketchbook. This sketch that I'm working on now is the size of the finished paper that I'll use when I paint on it. While I am working on this full-sized image, I do refer back to my original little sketch. And there is something adorable about that little possum's face that I just love in the original sketch. Obviously, it's a sketch, but you never get back that original feel that you had. No matter how much you improve, you always lose some sort of, you just lose some of the life. I don't know. Is that what I'm trying to say? In a piece, when you transfer things from sketch to final, it just is what it is. Artists all complain about it, and I am an artist, and here I am complaining about it. There you go. And then here I am in my spooky living room. Yeah. And so this is where I usually sit to transfer things from that piece of paper to the final piece of paper using a light table. And no, tracing isn't cheating like this. Seriously, people, calm down about tracing. What else do I want to tell you guys? Yeah, so Renaissance festivals. I've done 2 in Iowa so far this year. I live in Minnesota. I will do another one in Minnesota this year and maybe another one in Iowa this fall, depending upon how my life goes. Yeah. If you happen to live near these are small Renaissance festivals, small to medium. So yeah. If you have a smallish Renaissance festival by you, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. I'm sticking pretty close to Minnesota for now, but as I venture farther out, in the Midwest especially, I am sure that I will want to find some more apart from the ones that I go to. So here's some more footage of my cats ruining my life. They do have a permanent water bowl on my dining room table, which is where this is. And Tiny does like to take things and put them in the water bowl and then splash all over the place while she's trying to get them back out. I don't know if you saw that look in her eyes right there, but that is the look of a very smart girl. I love her. And here is some Meow Meow Belly, and he is trying to tempt me to rub his little white patch on his jungle pouch so that he has an excuse to literally rip all of my skin off. He's getting to be an old man, and he has gotten so cuddly in his old age. He's I think he's 12 now. He just wants to snuggle all the time, and he follows me around and makes little moon eyes at me, and it's the cutest thing ever. Tiny is my cat who is not for some reason afraid of my iron. The other cats smell how hot the iron is, I assume, and stay away from it. And Tiny's like, what's that thing? She's also like a heat vampire. She will suck all the heat out of your body. She's the cat who, when I have like an elliptical machine and I get on there to like work out, she demands that I hold her as I'm like going on this elliptical and like bouncing up and down. She loves it because she loves walking and being held while I walk. And she loves heat, so it's like her favorite thing. This is my other cat, Kitten. She is helping me by trying to unplug everything and pull it down on top of her. Yeah, and you can see exactly how messy my house is. So I'm working on a patchwork coat, so that is why there's like an explosion of fabric there by my table. This is the first Renaissance Festival I did in Ames, Iowa. It was unbelievably windy, and it blew like an entire field's worth of dirt into my booth, and it just stayed there. I had lots of fun though. You can see how dirty my booth got though. Like when I'd pull stickers out of my racks, it was like I could have planted tomatoes in there. And then here's this great footage of like when the wind finally knocked over some of my sticker stands, and like knocked everything onto the ground, and then like a whole bajillion people came and helped me pick them all up. And even like the next day, people were still coming to my booth and like, hey, I found these stickers and I think they're yours. It was so nice. Yeah, just one of the many reasons why I want to keep doing these Renaissance festivals, because the people who go to them are really awesome. Yeah. And the reason I was standing there and filming and not helping is because there just was not room for my fat belly to get down there and help, because there's just not that much space in a booth. So I just kind of stayed out of the way and I memorialized so that I could show you guys. In case you have never been to a Renaissance festival and you're like, well, no, you should go. Clearly everybody who goes to Renaissance festivals is awesome, so you should go too. And if you're in Iowa, you should visit me when I'm at the Renaissance Festival. And I'll put a link below. And if you haven't signed up for my newsletter, you should, because that's when I tell people my events that I'll be at. When I remember to do that. I need to do that this week. I'm going to send out a newsletter this week. Definitely happening. Just like I'm going to keep uploading videos every 2 weeks. Don't check the date of my last video, though. Like, do not do it. Don't do it, okay? We're agreed? All right. So I'm definitely uploading videos every 2 weeks, and you guys are going to let me just get away with that. Because you're awesome. So you have noticed now that we are painting. I have decided for this piece that I wanted to do the shadows and like the darker outlines before I go in and do like the main colors of things. So like this bird is not going to be purple or blue or anything like that. He's, honestly, I can't remember. Green? Yellow? Oh my gosh, look at how cute Tiny's butt is. She is the most cute baby. Yeah. But like I'm doing all the base shadows first, because it helps me when I want to have more contrast and depth in my work. And that's something I've been trying to work on more this year, because that is one of my big faults, is that I am really not great getting enough contrast. And even this one, like when I am finished with this, you will see like I like it. I think it turned out good. But I still think that I could have added more contrast to it in the end. So yeah, but I'm still continuing to learn and grow as an artist. So, you know, you just got to be nice to yourself. Otherwise, you know, yeah, bad things happen. So this piece is called Playing Possum, because I like funny names, okay? I enjoy humor. And honestly, I have so many people come to my booths that are just like, yeah, I love possums. I'm like, okay, I'll make more possum art then for you. But yeah, I mean, how can I resist making the possum a gesture when clearly then I could make a piece called Playing Possum? Yeah. And the addition of he is juggling pill bugs. If you notice in the original sketch, he's just juggling balls. And I I feel like juggling pill bugs is almost like a trope because they roll up. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before and I'm like, I don't care. I want to do it anyways. And maybe I haven't seen it somewhere before. Maybe I'm just thinking of, what is it, A Bug's Life that has those two pill bug, like acrobats that like, yeah, I bet that's what I'm thinking of. Anyways, so he's juggling pill bugs. Yeah. And so I have been putting my art up. At least I put it up at one of the events I was at. It was a 3-day event and the sun was out and like it was shining right at my like framed originals, at some of them. I mean, not all of them. And I don't think they faded at all. So definitely like my, I really like my watercolor paints that say that they are light fast, and they are in fact light fast. And if you want to know what I'm using right now, I'm still using the Mission Gold single pigment colors. I love them. Love them. So yeah, here I'm going in and putting in shadows. And I will put more shadows in the like the final color too. I don't just do like a single wash and like go, I'm done. So, oh, look at all the cat hair on that. Yeah. And I wanted to use this piece also to add in a real background. I really like making backgrounds that are just kind of like abstract or like clouds or, you know, vague shapes. But I'd also really like to start doing more real backgrounds. And so this was my kind of foray into that more. So what else can I talk about? My boyfriend came with me to the most recent event. My sister came with me to the first Renaissance Festival, and then my boyfriend came with me to the second one, which was fun. I had a good time at both of them. My boyfriend, actually today was his last day of work. He retired, which is really awesome. I think he's a little bit worried about keeping busy, and I'm like, I don't think you need to worry. He gets interested in a lot of things, so I think he will keep himself busy. And when he's not keeping himself busy, I will keep him busy because he goes to a lot of my art tables with me because he is really supportive and very nice. I really am very blessed to have an awesome guy like that. So, yeah. So you guys tell me if you think those three are bears or otters, or what else you might think they are. I made them to be bears, and now I'm looking at them and I'm like, they're kind of bearish. Oh, there's my meow meow. There's his belly. He also hates his feet touched. That's me and my boyfriend at my booth, and I just love that picture. It's so cute. And I made him a shirt that matches my skirt, and he just totally went along with it, which is great. And then that second picture you saw, we went to this place called the Tin Rooster in Iowa City. And they had this amazing appetizer that was like tahini and feta cheese, and then it had like peaches, and whoa, it was the best appetizer I've ever had. I have talked about it so many times. I'm sorry, I'm not talking about my cat's like murder mittens, but like you can see how cute they are. I don't need to tell you. Clearly I do not trim or clip his claws in any way. And I have a couple of really bad scars because occasionally he startles and just like gouges the snot out of me because he's a monster. Yeah, but also because I don't clip his claws. So, yeah, but look at his face. It can't be his fault. He's such a good boy. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to stop recording this and go pet my cat. Look at those claws. Yeah, and then here's some more footage of Tiny helping me iron. I swear I do not burn my cat, don't worry. But like I was like, Tiny move. Like nothing. can just see that like single brain cell is just in there singing to itself a song. I love my cats. They're the best. I honestly don't know what I would do without them. Okay, so when we went to the Renaissance Festival in Amana, in the Amana colonies, we stayed at the Hotel Millwright, and like it used to actually be a mill, like a wool mill. And so they have all these like really cool like wool mill instruments set up in like art displays. So there's this wall of yarn, and I wanted to just take it all home with me. Like instead I just got a lot of footage of it, and like look at that. Yeah. So another cool thing is that like in front of my booth were these like sword fights that happen like 3 times a day, with various weapons, and they were not scripted, and they like talked about like real fighting techniques. It was really cool to just kind of hang out in my booth and watch them happen. And oh my gosh, it was like so hot. Yeah, I can't believe they were in their armor doing all of this like 3 times a day. That is crazy. Yeah. Oh, and now we're gonna get back to the painting. You know, I have never tried to do this to him before ever in my life, but it turns out that Meow Meow likes it when I pet him with a paintbrush. Like he was praying up a storm. He's sitting in the other room on the table and like looking at me like, I don't understand why you keep talking about me. But he knows. He's like, no, I do know. I'm fabulous. Of course you're talking about me. So now, anyways. So now I'm going in with what's going to be the final colors. Yeah, I don't have anything to say. Like my brain just went completely blank. Here's a dragon that I'm painting. It's in watercolor. Here's my cat getting in the way and blocking the sunlight. So not just my dining room area, but like every part of my house has become like increasingly not just like dirty, but like so cluttered this winter. And like, so I've been taking a lot of time to like try to clean, especially like I started in my studio. And then I started like upstairs too. I think I'm going to move my bedroom across the hall from where it is. So that my bedroom is in the back of the house, and then maybe I can sleep with my window open more often, and I won't hear the college kids coming home from bar clothes and waking me up in the middle of the night. We'll see how that goes. But also my bedroom is bigger, and I'm like, I could use that space for other stuff. I really just sleep in my room. Like I don't need a big bedroom. I'm not that girl. Oh, look at how nice her hands turned out. I am so happy with how her hands turned out. Like she's just holding that little staff, and they just, I don't know. They look so natural. And hands, I mean, like hands are one of those things that people have to take a while to kind of wrap their brains around how they work. And then like if you start drawing creatures, it's like, well, I need to know how to draw hands, and then I need to know how I want my creature hands to look. Like one of my hardest things is like 4-legged animals, trying to figure out like, what do I want your legs to look like? If you're a dog, I know that this should be your knee, and this should be your ankle, and this should be your foot, and this is just your toes. But like, if I'm having you hold an ice cream cone with your paw, you know, like I don't want your wrist to be like in a weird spot. Anyways. So stripy pants. Oh my gosh, cat. Why is your butt in the way? I'm sorry. I am absolutely not editing that out. That is staying right where it is. Okay, so here I was like, okay, now I need to go back in and like make this darker, because it wasn't like the shadows don't quite work enough. Like I needed there to be more shadows. And honestly, even like after I got done, like I said, I still feel like I could have bumped up the contrast in this, but I'm learning. I'm getting there. It's happening. Also, oh, cat. Let's take a minute to talk about tangents, because if you look like in his armpit, there is a little jingle ball that kind of just barely glances the side of his arm and the side of his body. And it creates these tangents that just make me nuts, and it bugs me that I didn't, like, I could have fixed that and I didn't. And that is just one of those like, hey, don't make tangents. People hate them. Yeah, you're right. They do. And I also hate them. And I'm annoyed with myself that I left that there when I could have fixed it. But hey, having a human brain is an interesting thing. And for many reasons. One of them being that, like, brains don't like tangents. They don't like things that are just barely touching. And another one being that it doesn't want to fix stuff because it's already done the work, and now we're going to move on to something else. So that is just how it goes. All right, so now let's talk about my coffee club, because I would really like to get some more people signed up for that this year, and I think I want to switch it up a little bit, and let me know what you guys think of this. I would like to do, like, snail mail clubs are getting, like, really popular right now, and I'm like, well, that's kind of what we have with my coffee club, is like a snail mail club. Like, I mail a print and I mail stickers, and yeah, but like, so now that Alan is retired, he's like getting interested in doing more to help me with my business, and he's like, I have a Cricut, and he's gonna come over and like figure out how to make sticker sheets. So like, where it's just like a there's Kiss Cut stickers on it. Like, you can peel them off the sheet yourself, and I'll sell the sheets. Does that make sense? Okay. So, like, I would like to do, like, a mail club, like, where instead of just sending out a print and, like, a couple of big die-cut stickers, I send out, like a sticker sheet, and maybe, like, a small, like, not full-size coloring page, or maybe, like, a few pages of my sketchbook, or, like, some, you know, like a little zine or something. Like, I mean, like, I feel like I'm ready to move on from just doing like a print and stickers every month into doing, like, expanding into more things. And I don't know if people would like that or not. So, like, drop me a comment with what you think of that. I'm also really considering just like doing it for free for a month, and like seeing how many people I can get to sign up for a free month, and then see if they come back after that. Like, you know, 1 month free is not going to kill me. I mean, you know, like, and I'll still have a tip jar if people are like, well, I don't want this for free. Here is a couple bucks for a tip. Like, great. That sounds awesome. But I think it would be really fun to just kind of like pause all of my coffee for a month and then like restart. Except that I think I'd have to have it on. So make all my coffee free for a month and have it on still. Okay, you guys know what I'm trying to say here, right? Like, I am just not making any sense. Because you would need to sign up with your address, obviously, with your coffee, so that I could mail something to you. Like, that's how that works. I can't, you know. And I don't know that I want to do, like, a digital. And I don't know if I want to do international. I don't know. My friends, it just hit me with your opinions on everything. Give me your thoughts, because I have a lot of them, and I need to know what other people are thinking out in the world, especially because the economy in this amazing country sucks right now. So I am really glad that I added that frog and ant. I did that because it felt like there was like a huge hole right there. Like, you can see it here where my footage is out of order. Man, I thought I had fixed all of that, and it turns out I didn't. So we're just going to pretend like everything is fine. Okay? That sounds great to me too. So yeah, I had to add that frog and that ant because, like, it looks so like empty there and unbalanced, and like the dragon is awkwardly off on her own. Yeah. Also, I love this color blue. Isn't that nice? And there's some more cat interference. I am so irritated with myself that I messed up my footage order again, even though I went back and fixed it once. And guys, I'm sorry, I'm not fixing it again. Like, if I start over again and like re-edit, I'm probably just gonna be like, meh. and just throw it all in the trash, because I'd be like, I don't want to repeat, because like I didn't notice last time until I was like at this point where I had already like recorded the majority of my voiceover, and I was like, oh, that's wrong, I don't want to redo this, but clearly I have to redo this. And now I'm not doing it. Like, you guys are gonna just have to be nice. Which happily you are, fabulous people. So So I am going in and putting in cute little scale patterns on my dragon lady. I don't really have a lot to say about that. I try to follow the contour. Like, you'll notice I'm not making straight lines. I am making curved lines because her neck is a curved three-dimensional object in space. So even like here where I'm trying to put wrinkles on her little lips, I try to follow a curve so that she looks like she is a three-dimensional. Oh gosh, more helper cat. Yeah. A three-dimensional dragon taking up three-dimensional space in the world of watercolor. Yeah, which is it's kind of funny because clearly I'm not a realistic painter, and that's not like a thing I'm trying to be. But like, paintings don't have enough vitality if they don't have depth and they don't try to like exist in a three-dimensional space. To me. There you go. Yeah, there's some cat hair on that, and it's really bugging me. I can see it. Oh, there's like 2 pieces. Oh, cat, there's 3. Cat. Oh, cat. That's always McFly, too. He's the one that stomps all over when I'm trying to paint. Anyways, so here's little pill bugs, and they are adorable, and I'm really happy that I put them in there. And they look fairly good, I think. I do go back and put my hair on his legs, just so you know, he looks a little bit kind of bald right now. Eventually he gets hairier. So, funnily enough, this is actually this guy is based on somebody that I used to see at the Minnesota Renaissance Festival. My sister used to live basically up the road from there. Not close enough to walk, but close enough that like we would get season passes and basically go there every weekend, all weekend long. So we kind of just like lived there on the weekends for a while in our 20s. It was fun. And then we got sick of it, and like that's okay, because like now, if you're not from Minnesota, the Minnesota Renaissance Festival is slowly being eaten by a quarry, because they rent the land that they're on from a quarry, and the quarry is slowly taking it back, and they keep talking about like, this is going to be the year that we move. They've been talking about that for like decades. I mean, like, seriously. And they need to just move, but the problem is that there's a lot of permanent structures on the Renaissance grounds, and I mean, like, I'm sure it would be like a huge expense to move and then like try to, you know, like, hey, people, we moved the Renaissance Festival to this new location. Yeah. So I'm sure they're just putting it off as long as humanly possible. But because of that, and because we spent so much time there, like when we were younger, I don't really go anymore. It just isn't fun to me anymore. Whereas like going to these like small Renaissance festivals, I just feel like they have something that the big one lacks now that I don't know how to explain it. It's personality. It's like a personality thing. Yeah. Or sincerity. The big one feels a little contrived to me. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I should probably go again and like just see if I like it, because I haven't been there in honestly like a decade maybe. It's been a long time. But it's also expensive, so like maybe not this year. Maybe I'm going to wait till I don't have to worry about paying my bills, and then I'll go to the Renaissance Festival again. Of course, one of the reasons it was expensive when I was younger is because I was like, ooh, I want to buy myself a sword, or like, ooh, I want to buy myself a wool cloak, like I would buy expensive things for myself. And now I think I'd make my own cloak. But I don't need a sword. I would probably buy shiny rocks. That's probably like one of the things that they sell there that I'd be like, ooh, shiny rocks. At the Renaissance Festival that we just were at, the booth next to mine on one side was a rock booth, and I was like, oh, shiny rocks. And Alan was like, uh-oh. I didn't buy anything. Apart from like food, I didn't buy anything at all there. So yeah. And like I said, I made my dress, I made my shirt, I made Alan's shirt, and then he just wore regular pants because he's still in the figuring out if he likes going to the Renaissance Festival with me stage. And I think he will keep going. Especially, like I said, he's retired now, so even less excuse than usual to stay home. But yeah, and he likes to support me, and he likes to go and look at things, and yeah. Ooh, we must be getting to the end because I'm pulling tape up. Yeah, so I left the back very pale, you'll notice, because I want it to fade into the background. Here I am signing my name. I believe I remembered to spell it correctly this time, so that's nice on me. So drop a comment and let me know what you think of this painting, because I really like it. I think it turned out pretty cool. Like I said, if you are one of my coffee people, you'll be getting this painting. Yeah. And for everybody else, I don't know. Oh, yeah. So here's a bunny being adorable in the morning sunlight. While I tell you that I am not going to post my art online anymore, like on Instagram. I will still be posting here. But I hate AI. And I don't know why YouTube makes me feel like they're going to scrape my data less. But I won't post anywhere, like my finished photos. Yeah. But I will post them in my newsletter. So I will remember to link that below. Ooh, that's a zoomy. Oh, so that you can see his little nose going. Anyways, so that's what's been going on in my life. I hope you all are doing well. And I'm out of here. Meow.